Jatavion Sanders is tight end one for the Carolina Panthers, and in this video, I'm going to break down his film from his rookie season to show what he's really going to bring this upcoming season in 2025, as a tight end position is one of the most important positions on offense, as if we get some production from a guy like Jatavion Sanders, this passing game could really go to the next level. So if you guys are new, subscribe for me, like this video. Without further ado, let's get right into the film. Before we do dive into the film, I do want to touch on his air yards from last year because it's very interesting to see. He had 32 targets. Of all his passes last year, all his receptions, 32 targets went 10 yards or under. So it just shows you with a bulk of his yards, 195 being under 10 yards, only 3 targets being 20 plus yards in the air. And when I turn the film on, you guys are really going to see Dave Canales really used him as a short weapon a lot of the times in his big games. It was a lot of, short flats, quick outs, quick ins and unders. That's what Dave Canales really used JT as, big time, because you see even 10 to 19 yards in the air, he only had 8 targets for 90 yards. A big part of all those yardage is because he is a great run after the catch guy. So he had 26 receptions for the 10 and under, but he had almost 200 yards because of the fact that he's able to get yards after the catch. So I'm curious if this year we're going to use him similarly, quick passes, so we can use that ability, or if we're going to start to open it up a little bit more in the pass game. 10 plus yards in the air this upcoming season. Okay, as you can see here, the first game is against the Saints. This is his biggest game of the season. He had 87 yards this game. He had some big time plays in this game. So the first one, you see him right here lined up, and this is where we're going to use him really in sets right here. Is sets like this where he's going to be lined up next to the tackle, really Taylor Moen or Icky, and we're going to use him in sets like this to really trick the defense and get a safety down to help and guard, a nickel to get down and help and guard. And when you're one-on-one against JT, it's going to be hard. So as you can see this play right here, see JT right here lined up, XL comes in motion. Again, what I've been talking about, a quick out, okay? So gets the defense alignment off of him, and he has a man-on-man here. So let's run it back. You see XL come in motion. JT's right here lined up next to Taylor Moen. You see they pull, and he already has a quick flat for about 6-yard gain. And I think that's an area of his game that we're going to really use because he's great after the catch. And I think Dave Canales and this team really knows that, because if you really break down his deep dive his stats and really his analytics, a lot of his catches that are short like that, he gets like 5+ yards after the catch. And you can really use that in like third down, red zone threats. You can use him in those areas. And if he could just open up the big time plays and really get 20+ yards consistently, he's going to be a threat in the league. Here's the next play against the Saints. You see him lined up right here in the slot. Okay, this is a very interesting play because you're going to see XL kind of come back here for a little screen, a little fake screen. And then this gets the corner to pump. And it gives him a one-on-one opportunity. And you're not going to really want to go one-on-one against Jatavion Sanders that often. You're just not going to want to really go one-on-one. So you see XL pull, and you see this corner. Watch. I don't know who's on him right here, but this corner steps up, kind of bites on this play, thinking XL is going to get the screen, and JT is free now for a big time, about 20-yard gain. And that's what I'm talking about. If we can really open up that level of game for Jatavion Sanders, that's what is just going to open up his game even more and really just take his game to the next level. You can see his next play here against the Saints as well. He's lined up here on line of scrimmage. They pull him for easy little flat play, but this is where he's the most dangerous last year, man. Look at that hurdle right over his defender for 46 yards in a first down. The bulk of his film last year was plays like that, to be honest with you, which is why he had 26 receptions out of his 34 receptions all season long was under 10 yards. But the fact that he was able to, get yards after catch was his biggest strength, I think, from last season. And you're going to see that a lot this year as well, especially in the red zone when we use him like down flats like that. You're going to have to you're really tricking the defense in a lot of ways when you do stuff like that. Here's the final play. Here's the final play against the Saints. You see him lined up right here in the slot. He's kind of free right here. Okay, nobody's really guarding him. It's really his own coverage. Hit him right in the middle of the field. And that's where, again, if he can really tap into that and grow in that part of his game, it's going to be deadly for the league. Like it's going to be deadly for the league if he's able to consistently catch balls 10+ yards down the field with his threat of yards after the catch. It's going to be tough for teams to stop him. The next biggest game for Jatavion Sanders last year was against the Commanders. So I want to break the film down here and kind of give you guys context about what he's doing. But it's pretty simple, man. Like, he didn't have that many catches last year. Most of them was, short passes under 10 yards, as I mentioned, with 26 out of his 34 catches all last year being under 10 yards. But he was just so consistent with it when he got time, and he just consistently got better. So I just want to show you guys a little bit of the film here against the Commanders. You see him out here lined up against the line, next to tackle again. Pretty simple stuff, man. It's nothing crazy. You see him going up here, a quick little out for about 7 yards. When you're able to use a player like that, consistently like that, if you have T-Mac who can tap into his potential as a deadly threat down the field, you're going to be able to use him in ways like this consistently. It's not going to be a big deal to use him consistently like that in short passes, because then you add another on third and shorts, red zone opportunities. So it's pretty simple stuff. Okay, the next play, you can see JT right here in the slot. See him lined up right here. It's going to be pretty simple. He comes out, stops. Again, he already has the attention of the linebacker because they know how good he can be there. So we're going to run it back here. See him right here lined up in the slot. See a linebacker right here kind of go in. Next play, you can see him again lined up on the line. Sees what Dave Canales really likes to use him as. And this is simple, man. Look how easy that is. Just easy. Just get him in space. You see him act like they're running the ball. Get the lineman to pull. Right here, you get XL in space. Boom, fake him out. A bunch of space. There you go. Yards after the catch is evident right there. He slipped, but about a 10-yard gain for Jatavion Sanders. The next play, you see him lined up in the slot right here. Again, use him in motion right there. Again, easy flat play. Nothing crazy. Only gets about 2 yards. Nothing crazy. But this is what we're going to use him at. It's just chippy, man. Just chippy. You're going to chip the lineman, make it seem like you're going to be blocking, but you go out and look at all that space right there. And that's what we're going to use him at. Again, this year, here's another play. You see him lined up again on line of scrimmage. Once again, you see him come out here for a rare play. He's going out for a pass. Wide open. Gets the catch. And if you're one-on-one against Jatavion Sanders, good night. Might be over for you. Might be a big-time play because he's going to catch 50-50 balls. That's what he's really able to do with his size at the tight end position. See him again, once again, lined up on the line of scrimmage. And see Adam Thielen in motion, or Jalen Coker in motion. He comes out for a pass for another quick little gain. Nothing crazy for JT. You see Coker come in motion. Again, motions really trick the defense. It makes them really have to think. So you're pulling this corner over. Boom, has all that space now. Whenever you get off that lineman, you have that space. Even though, again, with Coker being there, you're not going to get that many yards. But you kind of see the threat that he has at the time of position. Being able to be chippy, be like the size he has, he's able to do stuff like this. Get off a lineman pretty easily. Trick the defense with the way we use him. So it's all JT right here. All in all, to end this film breakdown for Jatavion Sanders from last season, it just shows you guys that he can have the ability to be versatile in terms of all three levels of the passing game, under 10 yards, 10 to 20 yards, and of course 20 plus yards in the passing game. He already has the ability to catch the ball and give you yards after catch ability. But if he could really tap into that air yards, 20 plus, Bryce just throws it up one-on-one and he can snag that, his game is going to go to the next level. And I'm really excited to see that this upcoming season in 2025, with now we have receivers teams are going to have to really focus on. So now you have the ability to give JT even more chances than last season because you have more ability on the outside with T-Mac, with the ascension of XL and Jalen Coker. You're going to have the ability to do all of that. So I'm just really excited mostly to see his ascension 20 plus yards in the air, like how much we're going to really use him in that area. Because again, he only had 3 targets, 20 plus yards down the field last year. That's it. 32 targets. The bulk of his targets, really 85% of his targets last season, was under 10 yards in the quick little flat out route type plays. So I'm very excited to see how Dave uses him this upcoming season in 2025. His versatility, because he really tricks defenses. When you use that motion with him, you see defenses don't know what to do. So it's going to be very interesting to see, and I'm very excited for it. But if you guys enjoy this breakdown, I'm going to do more of these soon, kind of break down a bunch of players, kind of give you guys, until the season starts, probably give you guys a couple more about players like this. And if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe for me. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of different content. I'm trying to get through every single breakdown of every single position on this team. I just got done with receiver. I'm going to drop safety soon. I'm going to get through every single position before training camp in about a month. So I'm very excited about that. just a bunch of content, man, dropping all summer long until the season starts. And if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe for me. We're trying to hit 1,000. I won't be able to do it without you guys. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, do that for me. With that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.